Hey friends! So over the years of traveling, I have found myself in some real pickle situations where I wish I would have had some of the things that I now won't leave home without taking. So I am hoping that this video and some of the items that I'm sharing today are going to help you from getting in those same pickle situations on your next trip. All right, we're gonna start with my most used walk around bag when I'm on vacation and what I have to have in it. We're gonna skip the obvious stuff and I'm gonna go straight for the most helpful things I found to carry with me when we're touring, we're out walking. Hands down, my favorite type of bag to take is a crossbody bag, not a fanny pack, a belt bag. And this one from Amazon has been a really great quality. You know what it reminds me of is a Lululemon, okay? Lululemons are like almost 40 bucks. This is like 15. So you could get two of these for the price of one Lululemon. It's the same exact style. Everything feels really nice. They have multiple colors. So for me, this fits exactly what I want to carry with me day to day. I feel like when I'm walking around, all my valuables are right with me in the front. Now, the first three items I carry with me is because this is probably the biggest problem I ran into at one point and I never wanted it to happen again. You might run into a bathroom that maybe they're out of soap. Maybe they don't have anything to dry your hands. Well, one time I got the triple whammy. Line up out the door. A woman walks out of the first available stall. I go in. There's no warning as to there's no toilet paper in there. I didn't know, didn't look, I had to go. By the time I realized it, it was a little too late. And now I'm sitting there in that awful situation. It's like, what do you do, you know? Luckily, I did have a Kleenex with me that day, so that saved me. But I walk out of the stall, okay? I go to wash my hands, there's no soap. And then there's nothing to dry my hands with. So triple whammy on that bathroom. And it does happen. Maybe not as much in this country, but it has happened more than not in other countries while we're traveling. So here are three things I carry in that crossbody to save me from running into that same pickle again. Just take some folded up paper towel from your house, okay, on vacation with you. This is 6 right here. Look at how little room that would take putting it in your luggage. And when I go out on touring that day, I take one, I fold it up, I put it in there. That way, if I run into a situation where I don't have anything to dry my hands, right here. The other thing is I take a little package of Kleenex. I mean, obviously you can get these at your grocery store, but it will save you for those instances that you might get into a stall and find out when it's a little too late that there's no toilet paper. So here's the other beautiful thing that I put in my bag. We all have hand sanitizer that we carry with us, but you know, when you spray that on your hands, to me, it may kill the germs, but my hands still feel kind of dirty, you know, or sticky. So here are two things that I'll put in my crossbody bag. One are these little wet wipes in individual packages. It is so easy just to take a couple of these while you're out touring that day, let's say, out for the day. It takes up no room at all. And these at least make your hands feel clean. The other thing that I ran into that I was so excited to find, this little package right here is little individual soap sheets. If you have water, but you run into a situation where there's no more hand soap, you take one of these little things, get your hands wet, rub your hands in there, and it soaps up your hands and cleans them. Now, here is a pro tip for you that goes along with this whole bathroom scenario. I learned a while ago that not all bathrooms in Europe are free. And when you gotta go, you gotta go. So what I always carry with me in my crossbody bag is 1 or 2 euro coins, because that's usually what they'll charge you if there is a charge to go to the bathroom. So you don't want to be stuck in one of those situations where you got to go and you don't have the right coin to be able to go into that bathroom. So when you get on your trip, maybe in the first day or so, make sure you at least get change or something and grab yourself 1 coin. I'm telling you what, you're gonna feel so much more comfortable knowing that you have it if you need it. The other thing I always carry in my crossbody is a Tide to Go stick. How many times have we been out eating, right, ladies? And like, you just get a splatter of spaghetti on you. You spill a little red wine or something that stains up your nice blouse. And we all know that when you go on vacation, you're already a little bit more limited on clothes than you would normally have available if you're home anyway. So this little Tide to Go stick has saved me many times. At least if it doesn't take out the stain immediately, at least putting it on there makes it wash out a lot easier when it does go in the wash. If you go somewhere hot, we have been in places where there is literally no air conditioning in restaurants. There's no air conditioning even in stores or walking around tourist attractions. Nothing. And you are in crowds of people and it gets hot. So the best thing that I found over the years is this tiny little phone fan. It's easy to hook up by putting that little blade on, and you've got 2 different ends that fit right into the bottom of your phone. So basically, you're just holding your phone and having the fan cool you off as you're walking around doing your thing. I'm telling you, this is beautiful. And I will take one with me on every trip. The next thing I put in my crossbody bag is one of these. This is a little pouch, and what's inside here turns out to be a bigger bag. So it unfolds to about this size. Having something like that in your crossbody for those in-case thing items that you find while you're strolling around and shopping is perfect. This is like a little bit of a thin bag, but it's still strong enough to hold multiple items. Now here's one more item, not gonna fit in your crossbody bag, but I always like to take this on vacation with me because I never wanna be in a position where rain is keeping me from doing my thing, touring, walking around towns or stuff like that, because your vacation is limited. So I know some people are in the pro umbrella camp and some people are in the rain jacket camp. I like to go hands free as much as possible. So for me, I'm in the camp rain jacket. I found this rain jacket that is very lightweight. It's got a hood, it's got pockets, it cinches at the waist, it zips up. It really is a great just light layer that's not gonna keep you hot, but keep you dry at the same time. And when I roll that up and put it in my luggage, it literally does not take any more room than a small umbrella would. All right, the next thing we're gonna talk about are things that I absolutely take with me that make life easier when you're in your hotel room, maybe your cruise cabin. And the first thing that I have found we've always been lacking most of the time anywhere we've gone, between my husband and I, there never seems to be enough hangers to take all of our stuff out of our luggage and hang it up so that it doesn't stay bunched and wrinkled in our suitcases. So I found these on Amazon, and I'm telling you what, they come in like packs of 10, and these have been a game changer. So they fold up so easily like this, you can kind of shove them in between your clothes, and when you open them up and unfold them, at first they become like a child size hanger, and then you take these little items out here, and now it's a full size adult hanger, where now if you've even got a tank top or something like a strap, it will hang in here beautifully. So these are awesome. They've saved us many times. The next thing that I thought was so genius when I saw this, you probably know what this is, right? It is a little toothbrush holder. It holds a regular size toothbrush or a electric toothbrush head. And it has a little suction cup here that you put on the back, and it attaches to the mirror in your bathroom. It's saving it from getting sprayed by cleaning chemicals or being touched by another person. The next thing we take with us, especially on longer vacations where laundry service is not available or it's really expensive, we take these packets of soap suds. And all you need is your sink. You pour this packet in there and you can clean 2-3 things at a time. The other thing I found that I thought was genius, and especially if you are in a hotel that doesn't have a lot of light at nighttime, or you're in an inside cabin, I got the thing for you because you know how you wake up, let's say in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and you cannot see a thing. This is a little light, okay? It just sets on a counter, or a nightstand. So when you get up in the middle of the night, it now senses that and clicks on. And then when you get back in bed, it turns off. We have used this in inside cabin situations, and it makes it so much easier to see where you are walking in the dead of night. Most people travel with medications. I have used these little round containers for years now. It's got the letter on it for the days of the week if that's helpful for you. This is something also that could fit into that crossbody bag if you really need it available, let's say on the airplane, or when you're walking around during the day and you need medication at lunchtime. This is going to fit in that crossbody bag. This next item, I am going to guess that most of you would say would be a super important item for you because it has to do with being able to do our hair how we want when we're on vacation. When you're going on a cruise or you're going just somewhere in the US, it's not a big deal. You just take what you need, right? But when you're going over to another country, it becomes a bit more complicated. So most hotels tend to have a hair dryer, right, that you can use. But we're talking about your styling tools. So if I had to pick one tool only because of space in my luggage situation, I would pick to take my Revlon. The first time I went to Europe, I took this, okay, with my regular converter into the wall, and within a matter of minutes, I started smelling smoke. And I'm like, oh my gosh, unplug it. And I thought, no way, I couldn't use it the rest of the trip because I just didn't know that it wasn't going to work, even with this converter. The amount of energy flowing through this was just too much. When I came back, I got online for it before we went on our next trip, and I found a European alternative. It looks about the same, it works about the same, but it comes with a converter that actually works in Europe so that I turn this on within a matter of a couple of minutes. It is not smoking. I am not smelling smoke. If you're looking for something like your Revlon, this will save you from having that same bad situation I had my first time that I went. Now, if you have a hair tool and you can't find a European version of it, I just found this recently that I thought this is a genius idea. How did I not know about this sooner? So let's say you really love your straightener, or you have a curling iron, that's what you use all the time. It's got to be something low voltage, not like a high energy type tool. Then what you do, I just found this energy converter. So you plug in your normal curling iron or straightener into this, and it converts the voltage down to the appropriate level through this system here. Now let's talk about the things that I always take on the airplane with me that have been complete lifesavers. Now the first pro tip is that same crossbody bag that I used to walk around with, I will use to put things that I really want to be accessible to me on an airplane. And I will put it at the very top of my under the seat bag so I can reach in there, get my crossbody bag out, and it's got my glasses in there. It's got, different things that I want to use on the airplane, but I don't want to have to dig through my whole under the seat bag to try to find those items. You know how when you're flying, especially for a long flight, you finally get there and you're feeling like you got some cotton mouth, okay? One thing that you can do, they have these little disposable toothbrushes that you can buy on Amazon. And the cool thing is, all you need is water. It's already got the drop of toothpaste on there. Before you get off the plane, you brush your teeth, it's disposable, you throw it away. The other thing that saved me probably so many times is a blanket scarf. I don't like to use their blankets that they give me on the plane. I want my own. I want to know it's clean. So I will put this in my under the seat bag. It keeps me warm on the airplane. And not only that, I have had situations where in a hotel room, maybe in an Airbnb or in my cruise cabin, there's just not enough blankets. I've still had to use my blanket scarf on vacation just to keep warm while I'm sleeping at night as well. Now, the other thing you know goes on, okay, especially on longer flights and it's dark, everybody's got their seat monitors lit up, right? They're watching movies, they're playing their games, doing all the things. So even if you're trying to sleep and you got your eyelids closed, you know you're still seeing light. So I take an eye mask with me. This mask is so comfortable, and when you are wearing it, it is complete darkness. But see how it's got cutouts in there? So when you put it over your eyes, not only is it not gonna wreck your eye makeup, but when you blink, you have room in here that your eyelashes are not hitting the mask. And it has this pad right under your nose area so that it also blocks the light coming in from right around your nose. So another gem that's not going to take up a ton of room in your luggage, but is going to provide you with total darkness on the plane. Okay, and this is an interesting item that I found. There are so many neck pillows out there. But what I've always thought to myself in the past is they're so bulky. So I went on the hunt to try to find a really good neck pillow that doesn't take up a lot of room, that's comfortable, that's gonna keep my neck up, that I don't feel like I'm struggling still. So I found this neck pillow called the Turtle. Basically, this is all very soft flannel. You wrap it around your neck and it keeps your head from going from side to side. It keeps it from going forward. It's almost like if you were up against a window, you know how you would naturally have somewhere to kind of lean your head, but if you're in the middle seat or you're in the aisle seat, you don't have that. So this is almost like your window seat situation where you have somewhere to put your head up against and it's not going to fall. So it's going to keep all of your neck muscles kind of aligned so that when you get to your destination after a long flight especially, you don't have mega neck strain going on. I am still working to find the best item for myself on this. So I want to hear from you. What do you use to rectify this situation? In the past, for noise on an airplane, all I've taken with me are those little squishable ear things that you put in and they expand. So they're just earplugs. And yeah, it blocks out a tiny bit of sound, but it's not noise canceling by any means. So what I am looking to find is a really good noise canceling small unit that fits in your ear, not over your head. I'm also looking for something that I could sleep with at nighttime in my ears and they're not going to fall out. That's the one hole in all of the things that I take that I still feel I need to find the right item to fill. So please leave me a comment and let me know what you have found that you are loving. Until next time, my friends, stay beautiful on the inside and out.